Let's tidy up this program a little bit. I don't want to have to keep running it every time, so I want this main program down here to continue looping around. I don't want to print the root data out either, so let's get rid of that. So let's wrap this up in a usual loop like this with valid and while. We're going to be doing that. So let's think. We need a variable. Let's call it running app equals true, and while running app, so while that's true, we are going to do all of this. So if I indent that, so it's going to keep running all the way through until running app becomes false, and there's nowhere at the moment that it becomes false. It's only really going to become false when we press number 6 here or number 8 there and exit the program. So that's the logic behind that. Let's see if we can actually get this to be a decent working program. So we've got to check what the user choice is. So they've got choice of the options. And there's only a few things that we need to check. So if their choice is a less than options, this is quite tricky. I'm having to think about this because I've got a couple of things that are not going to work. So I'm going to take one off that. So what we're looking at now is if the choice is less than options. So options will come back as six. This should be 2 really. Let's try this out. Options less than 1. I'm going to say show the root for the choice. We haven't got a function show root, so that will crash the program. So we're going to show the root for the choice that we make. So I'm going to just define show root and put option in there. Let's just put choice for the time being. And a pass so it doesn't crash. Let's see if this is going to work. So if their choice isn't that, if it's equal to the options, so elif choice is equal to options, then we have chosen to quit. Okay, so if the options is 6 here, it's exit. If it's 8 there, it's exit. So if the choice is equal to options, we've chosen to quit. Now the only way we can quit is by making running app equal to false. Running app equals false. Now the reason why I've done it like this is because I want to keep looping round. So if they press the back, then it doesn't quit the app, it doesn't show the root, it just runs back through a menu. So it's really ugly coding, else pass. So let's try that and see what happens for our choices. So if I start it, GLFD8EH, it's going to give me a menu, and really I'm only going to try number 4 and number 5. So if I choose number 4, what I want it to do is come back and ask me for another postcode, which it didn't do, and exited. so I need to come back in there and change that to have choices less than options -1. So if options is 6, -1 is 5, less than -1 would be 4. So that sort of works out. It's a bit nasty. If choice equals the options, so if it's number 6, we stop the app running, and anything else we're just passing on. So that didn't seem to work. Let me run the program again. Let's see, we chose 4 last time. Let's choose 3, or depending on what comes up. I'm not keen on this logic. Right, so there we go. So if I choose number 3, that now asks us to enter another postcode. If I do 168EH and put in a 0, make a selection to view the route. Let's put in a 6, selection to view the route, number 2. Okay, that's going through. Let's see if I can choose the exit. Okay, so I've got a small problem with this. Right, I'm going to pause the video here, have a look at the program and come back to you with what I've done wrong. You've probably seen it already.